Now at 9, new music on campus this weekend. The details on an event you'll want to check out.
The Senate voted today to block President Trump's national emergency. What the president says he'll have to do next.
Loads of showers and thunderstorms today and some sunshine this evening. I'll have more on if that's going to stick around or not coming up.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Fast-moving storms with heavy rainfall dumped over half an inch of rain within a span of hours to much of central Indiana. Much of the flooding threats have moved out, but Peyton Domsky is tracking out a new hazard in our area. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm Tyler Brummett.
And I'm Marley Thomas. Now we want to go ahead and get you right over to Peyton with the latest on the weather. Peyton, what do you have for us?
You know, guys, we saw all over the place today. We did see some severe weather across the entire state of Indiana, and we were actually under a tornado watch that was canceled well before its expiration of 5 p.m. But right now, the main story is the wind advisory in place, and this is going to stick around until 11 p.m. tonight. Right now, across the entire state, winds well within 30 miles an hour, 31 miles an hour right here in Indianapolis, 29 in Muncie, and 38 miles an hour in Columbus. Now, that will be the story all night tonight and into tomorrow morning even. Temperatures, though, cooling off. 55 here in Muncie, 53 in Anderson, and 51 in Marion. Now, if you're out and about, you've definitely felt the temperature change, but spring is right around the corner. We actually only have 6 days to the first day of spring, and I'll have much more on if spring temperatures will be here coming up in my full forecast.
Thanks, Peyton. And some sad news to pass along tonight. Former U.S. Senator Birch Bayh has died. Bayh's family released a statement saying the senator died early this morning at his home in Maryland. He was surrounded by family. Bayh served in the Senate from 1962 until 1980. He was credited with writing the Title IX law banning discrimination against women in college admissions and sports. Governor Holcomb directed flags across the state to be flown at half-staff, calling him a trailblazer who dedicated himself to improving the lives of all Hoosiers. Bayh was 91 years old.
An Indiana bill for school bus safety has been revised. In wake of a school bus stop crash last year that killed 3 children, a bill has been introduced that would require cameras on buses. The Indiana House Courts and Criminal Code Committee amended the bill yesterday to stop schools or camera vendors from profiting from the camera enforcement. Fines collected can be used to pay for camera equipment. The bill's sponsor, Senator Randy Head, says the goal isn't to make money, but to deter drivers from passing a school bus that has its stop arm extended. The bill passed the Senate last month. Now it will be considered by the House. Also tonight, Student Government Association President Isaac Mitchell vetoed a resolution for Senate cabinet members. The resolution vetoed required cabinet members to give a monthly report to the Senate during their weekly meetings. After discussion of the veto, the bill was voted on 22-13. As of now, the veto does stand. The SGA president says part of the solution is to make certain cabinet positions not mandatory.
Transitioning to Washington, D.C. now, this afternoon, Congress passed a resolution to terminate President Donald Trump's emergency declaration on the southern border. 12 Senate Republicans joined Democrats to pass the measure, but the president has already promised to veto it. So what happens next? Omar Jimenez has details from Washington.
Mr. Merkley, aye.
And with that, a striking rebuke of President Donald Trump.
The yeas are 59, the nays are 41. The joint resolution is passed.
Senators, including several Republicans, passing a resolution blocking his national emergency declaration to fund a wall along the southern border.
This declaration is a dangerous precedent.
This, for me, is a matter of defending the Constitution and the balance of powers.
This despite a last-minute push by the president to win his party support.
It's pure and simple. It's a vote for border security. It's a vote for no crime.
It's a symbolic blow to the White House, but not a crippling one. The resolution was passed by the Democratic-led House last month and now heads to President Trump's desk, where he's made this promise.
I'll probably have to veto, and it's not going to be overturned.
This vote comes after a months-long battle over one of President Trump's key campaign promises, leading to the longest government shutdown in U.S. history earlier this year. After Congress reached a deal for $1.3 billion for border security, the president declared a national emergency to free up billions more in additional funding. From here, the declaration will likely be tied up in court for years, as several states have filed lawsuits. In Washington, I'm Omar Jimenez.
President Trump responded concisely on Twitter, simply posting veto. He followed up with a longer tweet saying, "I look forward to vetoing the just passed Democrat-inspired resolution, which would open borders while increasing crime, drugs, and trafficking in our country. I thank all of the strong Republicans who voted to support border security and our desperately needed wall."
An entire model of aircraft is grounded in the U.S., creating headaches for two major airlines. American Airlines says 9 planes will be parked in Tulsa indefinitely. President Trump ordered the immediate grounding of all Boeing 737 MAX 8 and 9 planes. The MAX 8 has been involved in 2 deadly accidents over the last 5 months. Lion Air Flight 610 went down in Indonesia in late October, killing all 189 passengers on board. An Ethiopian Airlines flight crashed over the weekend. 157 people were killed in that crash. Both flights crashed minutes after takeoff and led to several countries grounding the model as the investigation continues.
And the 49th annual New Music Festival is this weekend. Stay tuned and we'll give you a sneak peek at what the event will have to offer.
And last night, one restaurant premiered its drag show. What restaurant is planning its next show after the break?
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back. Now, Ball State School of Music is hosting an event this weekend featuring many different genres of new music. NewsLink Indiana's Emily Harless has more.
Ball State's 49th annual Festival of New Music started this evening as many different musicians and composers took the stage in Sursa Hall. They all showed off new music and experimental genres. Event coordinator and assistant professor of music composition, Dr. Chin-Ting Chan, says that the new music can be very impactful today.
It's impactful because it is relevant. It is music that is performed and composed by living composers mostly. And living composers compose music that are influenced by the sound of the 21st century.
One of the artists who played this evening was Pope Bama, this year's feature artist. Pope Bama is based out of New York and explores the boundaries of performance using text, theater, electronics, and more.
I chose Pope Bama because they are a freelancer in New York City, so they will be able to tell a student and talk to other students about entrepreneurship and other things, how to be active after they graduate. And also they are excellent performers as well as composers, so they could sort of do both ends.
While the types of music featured within these performances may not be everyone's favorite genre, Chan says he hopes the festival will help expose the community to these newer types of music.
It's bringing in some audience that would normally not have the exposure to this kind of music, and just bringing in stimulating the awareness of new music, new classical music in general.
In Muncie, Emily Harless, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Festival of New Music ends Saturday, and a full schedule containing the concert times and locations can be found on Ball State's event calendar.
The Village is known for attracting a crowd with its $2 Tuesday burgers and T-shirt Thursdays, but Wednesday proved to be a bit busier than usual. Bevy's Bistro, a fairly new business in the Village, hosted its very first drag show. With a little more than a month to plan the event, it pulled in an energetic audience. While it's not the first drag show in the Village, this drag family is looking for its new home, and Bevy's Bistro might just be the environment they're looking for.
Yeah, every bar has its own kind of culture, and I'm really happy to be exploring the culture of drag here at Bevy.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be a really nice place just because of it just seems very free, open, and we can create what we want to. And we really want to show a diverse cast of people, because sometimes it's just hard to give a space that everybody can come together and feel welcome. So we really want this to be a safe space for all performers and branch out.
The family of drag queen hope to host more shows at Bevy in the near future.
And it's National Nutrition Month, and we all know how picky children can be when it comes to eating their vegetables. One Ball State professor has found a way to fix the issue. NewsLink Indiana's Isabel Kristoviak has more.
Picky eating is every parent's nightmare, but Broccoli Boot Camp, a parent's guide to their picky eater, can help give parents tips and tricks on how to diversify their child's diet.
We have a lot of personal experience implementing these plans, and that's why we understand that not every plan is going to work for every child, and so that's why it was really important to us to give parents a range of options.
Ball State University's special education professor Laura Sieverling partnered with Penn State's pediatrics professor Keith Williams to write Broccoli Boot Camp. Here they create a comprehensive guide which presents methods to successfully expand a child's preference for healthier foods.
It takes, in general, about 10 to 15 exposures to develop a preference for a food, and what research has shown is that most parents will give up after 3 exposures or less when they're presenting something to their child if it seems like the child doesn't like the particular food.
Other tips offered in the book include introducing small bites of new foods, using a reward system for tasting new foods, and focusing on reinforcing behaviors you want to see and avoid getting into mealtime battles. In Muncie, Isabel Kristoviak, NewsLink, Indiana.
Now, all this and more can be found in Sieverling's book, Broccoli Boot Camp, or on their website, broccolibootcamp.com.
And Peyton, I know you're not picky when it comes to your vegetables, but we're all definitely picky when it comes to that weather.
You know, Tyler, that is very factual, and we're only going to see temperatures drop throughout the evening tonight. So yes, a picky one, but we'll see if temperatures pick back up in my full forecast after the break.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, heavy rains did bring in flooding threats for much of the Midwest. Muncie received just over half an inch of rainfall within hours, leading to standing water on many busy streets.
That's right, Tyler. It was definitely rainy and windy today.
It sure was.
Peyton.
And then we ended the day with sunshine.
Oh, I know. It was
In a better way. I know I said, bye-bye rain jacket, and here we are. But no, we're going to be seeing this even continue. We're going to recap a little bit of today. We're going to be seeing today we were obviously well above average. We saw very warm temperatures. We actually topped out at 69 degrees, well above the average of 49 degrees for this time of the year, and just below that record high set back in 2012 of 78 degrees. And right now, though, the main threat continues to be winds. We're going to see this wind advisory in effect until 11 p.m. tonight, and across the entire state, we're still seeing these wind gusts pretty substantial right here in Indianapolis, 31 miles an hour, right here in Muncie, 29, and in Logansport, 30. So overall, the upper 20s to low 30s. This is only going to continue as the night progresses, and we really are looking at this system being the main factor as this cold air is pushing it northeast and driving those winds. We're seeing this move well into the Ohio River Valley, and this has only brought severe thunderstorm warnings to their area. Nothing impacting the state of Indiana, though, right now. We have seen temperatures, though, back off substantially, and they're only going to further. 55 degrees right now in Muncie, 52 in Anderson, 50 in Marion, and in the great state capital of Indianapolis, 54 degrees if you're out and about tonight. And that's only going to continue to drop, like I've mentioned. We're going to see temperatures in the 40s, 40 degrees to be exact. Cloudy skies, but those winds are the main factor. So if you didn't have your jacket earlier, you're going to want it tonight, and this is going to continue for tomorrow. We're not going to see temperatures change much from the low tonight to tomorrow's high. 42 degrees, mostly cloudy skies again. Scattered showers, though, and again, the winds. So you're going to want maybe that windbreaker or even transition back to the winter jacket for tomorrow. This is the breakdown of your day, though. Starting off in the morning, 10 a.m., we're going to be seeing, this is flurries. These are flurries, not rain, and hopefully the last that we're seeing. So this is going to be what we're waking up to. Nothing to note in accumulation, but this is going to back off and change over to some rain showers, scattered in nature again, so nothing to note. Maybe just keep the umbrella handy and just be aware when you're headed out and about tomorrow on the roads. But this will be, again, scattered in nature. Overall, nothing to note in accumulation. And this is going to back off as the day progresses, and we're going to be seeing some sunshine for the days to come. Now, spring is only 6 days away. First official day of spring. The spring equinox is on March 20th, which is this upcoming Wednesday. So a big day in store, and I know a lot of people have spring fever, and one of those things is St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to step out so you can see this graphic right here. We're going to see St. Patrick's Day, though, a high of 43 degrees, mostly sunny, and hopefully you can get out and about and enjoy the next 7 days, though, a steady increase in temperature, and obviously a big one for spring. We're going to be seeing, again, the lowest temperature of all, 38 degrees here on Saturday, St. Patrick's Day, 43, and that first day of spring, 49 degrees, and even 50 degrees come Friday. So very substantial difference from when we went home last week on Friday for spring break, and we can't take a spring break now, but hopefully you can get out and enjoy it.
Well, we need a spring break with those spring-like temperatures coming. It looks like in that someday we have a little bit of everything.
I know, it's sunshine.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Peyton, thank you so much.
Alrighty, and joining us now is Andrew with sports. Hey, Andrew.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Well, coming up in sports for later on, there's a whole lot of action going on. It's conference championship season on the hardwood. Also, we'll find out which Cardinals tennis players took home weekly honors after the break.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Oh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Andrew Sanders with sports. Now, March Madness is close. We can feel it. But before the big dance, we have conference tournaments. The 11th seeded Ball State Cardinals defeated their first round matchup, 6th ranked Eastern Michigan, on Monday. Ball State will be looking to punch up yet again tonight as they face the MAC's number 3 seed, Bowling Green. Now, the juggernaut of the MAC field is obviously Buffalo, the number 18 team in the country, and they won handily today. On Ball State's side of the bracket, Northern Illinois just pulled off the upset to eliminate second-seeded Toledo. Should Ball State win tonight, they'd match up with the Huskies tomorrow in the conference semifinal. The Cardinals were bounced in the current round last season, and they're hoping to make it over the hump with a win tonight. And not missing a step, Ball State tennis aces the Mid-American Conference weekly honors. Both the men and women's tennis teams swept all MAC weekly awards. For the men, seniors Nemanja Guzina and Tom Carney, along with sophomore Thibaut Denegri, blitzed through the Pacific and Midwestern opponents to earn MAC awards for their impressive play. Guzina captured the Singles Player of the Week accolade, while Carney and Denegri were honored as the week's top duo. Not to be outdone, Audrey Berger's talent was on display this past week, achieving both Singles and Doubles Player of the Week awards alongside partner Rebecca Harrington. Men's tennis resumes this Friday against Western Michigan and will host Northern Illinois on Sunday. Women's tennis will have another day to rest as they get ready to host Wright State at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Let's see if both teams will continue to serve their opponents this upcoming weekend. Moving over to swimming, last but not least, the men's and women's national swim invitationals are today, which means more pool time for this club sport. Paige Grider reports.
We could try and learn something new, or we could just shoot.
Well, it's a blast. It's just fun. I feel like everyone loves to swim, and no one really knows what water polo is, so it brings that competitive aspect, even with just swimming around and having fun. The family part of it, we all are such a close-knit group, and even though we have been expanding over the years, everyone still is just as friendly with each other. And it's just a lot of fun is the best way I can describe it. It's a fun college club that not a lot of people think of doing, and I think everyone should. We all are such really good friends, and even people from past years have come back to Ball State, and they make sure to come see all the water polo people. So it's very close-knit. Actually, a lot of the new people this year that were new last semester, this semester, they have recruited other people because they had so much fun. I know some people are rooming together next year because they met through here. They have classes together that we help with homework, and even TCOM students that are coming in, I'm always like, hey, let me know if you have anything. Like, I'll help you with it. If you have any interest in swimming or learning a new sport, you should definitely come out and try water polo. We're very welcoming. It's co-ed, boys and girls. I think we're actually like 50-50 at the team right now, which it used to be, like I said, I was one of 2 girls and it was like 10 other guys. So it's just really fun and very welcoming, and I think everyone should give it a try.
Is that it? Yeah. Woohoo! I got this one. Go for it. Ball you on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And you can see the full story at waterpolobsu.weebly.com. And that's all we've got for sports. And not a second too soon, guys. I need to run over and watch the rest of this Ball State game. Hopefully cheer on the Cards to a win. So we'll see what they can get done tonight.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot going on. So
Definitely
keeping busy with all the different sports.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much. And coming up, some more news on Avengers Endgame.
And some brand new commandments that are made from all loving mothers. All that and more next on Trending.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. And Marley, it is time for my favorite time of the night. It's time for us to take a look at what is trending.
Yay! Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Joel Riley. Joel, what do you have for us?
Hi guys, good evening to you all who are watching. Attention Marvel fans, if you didn't hear or see the news, we have been given a brand new poster and trailer for Avengers Endgame. The Russo brothers recently released a new poster for Endgame, which features the remaining heroes from Avengers Infinity War, as well as newcomer Captain Marvel. The first minute of the trailer takes us down a trip on memory lane, showing us how far our heroes have come from the trailer, which also features some intense action, as well as a few shots of the Avengers getting ready to go back in time to reverse the devastating results from Thanos' snap. Avengers Endgame will be hitting theaters on April 26th. And to all of the loving mothers out there, this next story is for you. We've all been told the usual, to make our beds, to brush our teeth, and do our homework, but have you heard of these new commandments? Well, after a picture that was tweeted that had a sign reading, "Thou shalt not try me," from the book of Mom, chapter 24, verse 7, numerous tweets began to emerge that had many relatable commandments and rules that moms would generally tend to say, such as, "Thou shalt not ask for what's for dinner," "Thou shalt not test my patience," "Thou shalt wipe that smirk off your face," and many, many, many more. Yeah, this was very relatable.
Those mom tweets are pretty funny.
Yeah, I would definitely say about 20% of those were probably said to me at some point in my childhood.
Thank you so much, Joel.
And speaking of moms, Peyton, I know Mama Domsky, she's proud of you. Hopefully she's also proud of that 7-day.
I hope she is too, Mom out there. If you're watching, we're going to have a happy St. Patrick's Day, 43 degrees, sunshine, and to start off spring, 49 degrees on Wednesday and 50s Thursday. So I hope a proud forecast for all of you moms may be watching and everyone else.
All right, Peyton, thank you so much. And that's all tonight from NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow at noon on Facebook Live for the very latest.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.